If I had a week to gain 20 kilos, here's what I'd do. First, obviously, I'd have to realize how to actually gain weight, which means I'd have to go and figure out my maintenance calories, and at least every day this week I'd have to eat well above those maintenance calories. Now I'm saying something probably around the lines of 20,000 calories a day. I think it's plausible. People have done worse in less time. So in no particular order, but I'm gonna start with the food part of things because obviously it's just the easiest, and I wanna make my life easy considering I'm trying to gain 20 kilograms in a week. I'd start with eating as much sugar as humanly possible. You see, sugar will make me crash and make me crave even more food. So essentially, I don't have to move. And you know what movement is? It's the killer of fat loss. So, fat gain. So, right? So, eat as much sugar as possible. Takeout would be my best friend. Getting out of the house would be terrifying. There is no way I'm gonna do that. So realistically, I'd want to Uber Eats or Deliveroo or whatever you have as much as possible. I'd drink my calories, I think, get as much protein in because obviously we want to stay healthy. So I'm going to get as much protein in as possible in the form of protein shakes and drink all of my calories. Coke Zero will go out of the window. I don't need that, and Diet Coke, they just taste weird. So I'm not going to figure out a way to make them more delicious. Realistically, I'm just going to stick to regular old Coke. It has the calories, and so it'll get me to my goal even faster. Now, very obviously, I'd also have to eat from the frozen food section. The thing is, I don't have time to cook. That requires energy, that requires movement, and I want to minimize that. So, of course, on the days that I can't order in, maybe I want a specific frozen pizza or something, I'm gonna go for some frozen food. Or, adversely, now hear me out, a meal deal from Tesco, Sainsbury's, or any kind of ready-made meal is going to be the exact thing that I need and make my life a lot easier. And who the hell cares about the ingredients labels, because guess what? I also wouldn't be looking at them. I don't need to know how much fat, carbs, or protein I'm consuming because realistically, my only goal is to get nice, big, and fat. But I won't stop there. Cereal for breakfast, pasta for lunch, and pizza for dinner. Specifically from Costco, because who the hell doesn't like the 5,000 calorie pizza that you can find in Costco? Now make no mistake, I would also hole myself up in my living room and eat like the Romans. First things first, I shouldn't be moving from room to room. I should be as close to the fridge and a couch as possible. The better I lengthen myself out, the more food I can eat without feeling the need to vomit or get that out of my system. Remember, I only have a week and 20 kilograms is the goal. I'd also eat until I hate myself, 100%. I mean, I've already been there, so it's nothing new, right? I might as well stay in that spiral of depression and overeating as I have in the past. And then I would also drown my food in oil because obviously that doesn't count towards calories, so it's just more delicious. Maybe something will work there, I don't know. After drowning my food in oil and after eating all day long, I would take a nap as much as possible. I'd take a nap, and in between my naps and sleep, I would also make sure to set alarms to eat at night time and gorge myself at 12 a.m. in the fridge, even though, maybe I would, move around a little bit, but realistically, no, because I'm on the couch in the living room. Oh, let's not forget, I'd smoke as much weed as possible. I'd smoke as much weed as possible, and I'd be couch locked for hours, days, even the entire week. I think I'd try to smoke as much weed as possible so that I could have the munchies to want to eat as much as possible, only eat while lying down, and at the same time be couch locked, reduce movement. That, I think, would do me very well. And as a final note in nutrition, I would only get out of the house when the ice cream truck rolls on by with its sirens and tells me that I need that delicious, delicious sugar. But on the days that I do go out for ice cream, I think hitting the gym would be appropriate. So, first things first, I'd make sure that if I had to go anywhere in the first place, I would drive absolutely everywhere. I don't need any steps. They're literally crumbling for my legs. They hurt. I can't move. And so, why would I want to do that? right? It's not like it's going to get easier down the line. It'll only get harder, right? Surely that's how movement works. So I would make sure to drive or take public transport absolutely everywhere I could, even if it's just for one stop. I'd also make sure to have a hefty pre-workout and also some McDonald's. I need the carbs, I need the energy for the gym, obviously, and maybe a little bit of protein so that as I gain fat, I also gain muscle and maximize the amount of weight I can gain in a week. Then during my workout, I would literally sit down on the bike and pedal for maybe half an hour, very, very slowly, looking at my phone, because why am I on the bike if not to scroll and if not to watch YouTube videos? Then I'd sit on a bench and, I'd lift probably 50% of what I'm capable of. I'd never take anything to failure and I'd never push myself. That would be way too much effort. And so I think also in between, because I need my rest, I'll take 5 minutes of rest and never do cardio and strength training. I'd only ever do one. Only ever sitting on the bike and pedaling very slowly, or sitting on the bench and scrolling for 5 minutes. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to get at least 20,000 calories every single day. I think in a week, I should get close to 20 kilograms. Yeah, roughly 21 kilograms, 20,000 calories every single day, maybe 20 kilograms. I might be a little bit short, so I might look to eat just a little bit more and move a little bit less. That's me. Now obviously, if you haven't figured it out already, this is not a bulking tips video. I'm not trying to teach you how to bulk. I certainly am not going to be the person for that. So if you want to learn how to bulk, jump off my video and go figure it out somewhere else. I am only in the fat loss type of people. I'm only for the fat loss type of people because that is all I know. Losing fat has been my mission for the longest time, for as long as I can remember. Actually, I lost 29 kilos in 2019 as COVID struck and everybody got fat. I got lean because I had nothing else to do but work out, eat, and a light bulb went off in my head and was like, why aren't you doing those, you fat bastard? So that's what I started to do. Now obviously this is not for bulking, this is for binge eating. This entire video, follow all of the rules 1 to 1 and you will gain fat. As a matter of fact, I can probably bet that some of you guys, and I don't mean to call you out here, but I know that some of us on our off days certainly do these things. Now, if you have off days, that's fine. It's fine if one day you binge 4,000 calories, 6,000 calories, but it's only fine if the next day, the next week, and the next couple of weeks, you then get back to your regular caloric deficit if you're trying to lose weight, or maintenance calories if you're only maintaining. Now obviously you would have eaten a little bit more, so you might gain a little bit weight, but that doesn't stop you from eating in a caloric deficit for a couple of days and normalizing the amount of weight you're carrying. That being said, this again is what probably many of us, and I know I have been a culprit of it myself, do on a regular basis. We get lazy. It's that simple. Working out, eating healthy, and getting ripped takes time and it takes effort, and all of this stuff that I've mentioned today is just easier. It's the easy path that we all love to take, especially on our way to spiraling down and out of food control. So my advice is, if you want to maintain weight, don't do any of this stuff. And if you want to lose weight, roughly do the opposite of pretty much everything here in this list. That being said, good luck, and I'll see you next time.